In the realm of digital frontiers, a young boy ignited a spark that would illuminate the darkest corners of NASA's security system. This isn't the beginning of some science fiction saga, but rather the genesis of a true story that unfolded in the late 20th century. Who was this boy, you might ask? A prodigy? A genius? Well, he was just an average young lad, growing up in a suburban neighborhood, with an extraordinary curiosity about the universe and an insatiable thirst for knowledge. His fascination with the cosmos was not limited to the stars in the sky. It extended to the technology that allowed humans to explore those distant galaxies. From a tender age, he was captivated by the intricacies of computers, the rhythmic hum of the hard drive, the mysterious symbols on the command line, the sheer magic of transforming ones and zeros into meaningful information. It was all part of a mesmerizing symphony that played out in his mind, a symphony of potential and discovery. He was not content with simply using technology, he wanted to understand it, to master it. He spent countless hours tinkering with software and hardware, picking apart the components, digging into the code. His bedroom became his laboratory, his sanctuary, where he could explore the digital universe with unfettered curiosity. His fascination with space was equally profound. The mysteries of the cosmos ignited his imagination, stoking a fire within him. He was drawn to the stars, to the vast unknown, and to the pioneering spirit of organizations like NASA, who dared to reach out into the cosmos. He devoured every piece of information he could find about space exploration, dreaming of the day when he could contribute to humanity's quest for knowledge. This incredible curiosity, this insatiable desire to understand the world around him, was the fuel for a journey that would eventually lead him to places beyond his wildest dreams. A journey that would begin in the quiet confines of his bedroom and would eventually reverberate through the halls of NASA. Little did he know, this initial fascination would lead him down a path that would shake the very foundations of NASA. Brimming with curiosity, our young prodigy ventured into the vast digital playground. In the realm of ones and zeros, the boy found himself immersed in a world where he could shape reality with lines of code. Like an artist with a blank canvas, he began to paint intricate designs using the language of technology, each keystroke a brushstroke, each line of code a testament to his self-taught prowess. He began small, hacking into local networks, exploring the hidden recesses of the internet, and testing the boundaries of his newfound abilities. But with each successful venture, his thirst for knowledge grew, pushing him to explore deeper, to understand more. His curiosity was insatiable. He dug into the foundations of cybersecurity, studying encryption and decryption, learning about firewalls and proxies. He educated himself on bypassing security measures, not to exploit them, but to understand their workings, their strengths, their weaknesses. His interest in NASA was born out of admiration. The boy, like many others, was captivated by the mysteries of the universe, the unexplored frontiers of space. But unlike his peers, he had the skills to access a world beyond his reach. The boy's fascination with NASA's operations grew. He started following their missions, their discoveries, their advancements. He began to understand the complexities of their operations, the intricate workings of their systems. And with this understanding came a growing desire to explore these systems himself. As his skills expanded, so did his playground. From the confines of his room, he navigated the vast expanse of digital networks, exploring the unseen corners of the internet, diving deeper into the world of technology. But this was no longer just a playground for him. With every line of code he wrote, every system he understood, every security measure he bypassed, he was preparing himself for the biggest challenge of his life. He was no longer just playing with technology, he was mastering it, pushing its boundaries, testing its limits. His playground was now a battleground and his game had just begun. With a heart full of curiosity and a mind packed with coding prowess, the unthinkable was on the horizon. The boy, now more than just a hobbyist, embarked on a daring endeavor to breach the digital fortress of NASA. It wasn't an impulsive leap into the unknown. It was meticulous, calculated. He spent weeks studying cybersecurity, scrutinizing every line of code he could get his hands on, and immersing himself in the world of advanced encryption. He was no longer just a boy with a computer, he was a knight preparing for battle, his weapon of choice, a keyboard. His strategy was simple yet bold. He decided to exploit a commonly overlooked vulnerability, the human element. The boy understood that even the most advanced systems could be compromised through simple human error. He planned to use a technique known as social engineering, a method of manipulating people into breaking their usual security procedures. He spent days crafting a perfect email, one that would appear to be from a colleague within the organization. An email so convincing that it could trick even the most vigilant of employees. The email contained a link, a seemingly harmless link, but one that would grant him access to the digital fortress that was NASA's internal system. The night of the execution was a different story altogether. His heart pounded in his chest, his fingers danced on the keyboard, each keystroke a step closer to the unthinkable. He clicked send, and the email, like a digital Trojan horse, began its journey into NASA's secure network. There was no turning back now. He had sent his electronic emissary into the heart of the fortress, and all he could do was wait. Wait for someone to click that link, wait for his plan to unfold, wait for the unthinkable to become reality, and then it happened. In the dead of night, a single keystroke echoed across the digital cosmos, and the gates of NASA were flung open. The boy had done it. He had breached the impenetrable. He had hacked NASA. The dawn broke with a revelation that sent shockwaves through the corridors of power. The morning after the breach, NASA found itself in uncharted territory. A boy, armed with nothing but a computer and an insatiable curiosity, had infiltrated their systems. The initial reactions were of disbelief and confusion, followed by a wave of concern. The hack was discovered during a routine systems check. A security analyst noticed an anomaly in the logs, a trespasser leaving footprints in the digital sand. The boy, in his curiosity, had unknowingly triggered alerts within the system. His digital fingerprints were everywhere, and it wasn't long before the full extent of his intrusion was realized. Inside NASA, the reaction was mixed. There was an undeniable sense of violation, but also a begrudging respect for the boy's skills. The realization that a teenager had outsmarted their security systems was a bitter pill to swallow, but it also served as a wake-up call. The giant had been rocked. It was time to reevaluate their defenses. The legal implications for the boy were severe. The law, however, had to grapple with the fact that the culprit was a minor, a child, not a seasoned cybercriminal. His actions, though illegal, were driven by curiosity, not malice. This fact played a significant role in the ensuing legal proceedings. As for NASA, the breach led to a complete overhaul of their security systems. The boy had exposed vulnerabilities that were previously unknown. New protocols were put into place, and an emphasis was placed on continuous monitoring and improvement. The hack served as a stark reminder that even the most secure systems are not impervious to breaches. In the end, the boy's actions had a profound effect. Not only did they expose weaknesses in NASA's security, but they also forced the organization to rethink its approach to cybersecurity. A single boy had rocked the giant, and the world could only watch in awe. In the wake of chaos, the legacy of a prodigy was etched in the annals of cyber history. As the dust settled, this ordinary boy had become an extraordinary figure in the realm of cybersecurity. His audacious exploration into the digital world had left an indelible mark, not just on his life, but on an entire industry. In the aftermath of the NASA hack, our protagonist began to realize the gravity of his actions. He had not merely poked a bear, he had awakened a sleeping giant. The world began to take notice of the potential pitfalls in their security systems, and in the process, the boy became an unexpected catalyst for change. His actions may have been misguided, but they were not without consequence. The event spurred a global conversation about the importance of cyber safety and the need for robust digital defenses. It was a wake-up call to organizations worldwide that even a teenager armed with a computer and an internet connection could bypass their security. But what of the boy? What became of this young prodigy who had unwittingly thrust himself into the spotlight? Well, his journey was far from over. He faced the consequences of his actions head-on, using his newfound notoriety to advocate for ethical hacking. He turned his life around, dedicating himself to helping others understand the importance of digital security. This transformation was not just about personal redemption. It was a message to other young hackers around the world. His story serves as a stark reminder of the potential repercussions of hacking, but it also highlights the importance of curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge. It encourages ethical hacking, the practice of using hacking skills for good, to identify potential vulnerabilities and improve security. The legacy of our young protagonist is indeed a complex one. His actions, while reckless, sparked a much-needed conversation about cybersecurity. His journey from a curious boy to a renowned hacker is a testament to the power of curiosity, the importance of security, and the limitless potential of the human spirit. From a curious boy to a renowned hacker, his journey serves as a reminder of the power of curiosity, the importance of security, and the limitless potential of the human spirit.